Yo, what is up guys, Shogatari here. Today with the game out for a good amount of time, more and more players are funneling and reaching to TL40. Some have reached that earlier, some might have just reached at the point of recording this video, while others might just about to reach there. Once you have reached TL40, this is where the game actually begins. This is where the grind begins. But with limited resources we have and so many things we need to farm, it can get rather difficult, and the more you play, it feels as if you're not progressing the game. This is extremely likely this will continue until the end game. So today I'll be sharing with you some of the do's and don'ts when reaching TL40 to maximize the limited energy we have to farm the abundance of materials we need. This is also applicable when you are reaching higher level TL or maybe you're reaching higher level equilibrium level. So first and foremost, as you reach TL40 or Equilibrium 3, you finally unlock to farm 5-star relics. As much as you like to dump all of your resources into farming relics, I would highly advise you not to. At the very least, not yet. The reason is because farming relics is subjected to RNG, and I would suggest you to farm on areas that guarantee permanent upgrades. This means getting all your characters to level 60. If you are lacking XP, just farm the EXP mats. I say farm at least up to 5 to 6 characters to level 60 and have a handful like 2 to 3 to level 50, so you can build a well-diverse team for relic farming, even for the Forgotten Halls or maybe the simulated universe. Once you have done with EXP farming, the next thing to focus on is to get traces level up. This is because after you unlock a higher equilibrium level, you will have higher chances to get higher rarity of those materials. So farm those to get your core score of 4 maybe into almost the max level, because it can get rather expensive and time consuming. You don't need to go all the way to max level, but make sure that you level up their traces to a considerate level, because they actually gives you permanent upgrades and it is not subjective to any RNG. So now you're done with the levels and you're done with the traces level up as well. Then you can finally start farming relics. But wait, which relics should you be farming? Well, that depends on your core team, and this is something I can't advise or help you on, but what I can advise for you is which Cavern of Corrosion to farm for bang for energy. So we have so many Cavern of Corrosions, where each Cavern of Corrosions will drop 2 types of relics. Make sure to choose the one that drops both relics that you are currently building for. So let's say for example, if you're building for Dunhae, it will that particular Cavern of Corrosion will also drop for ice relics. So you can also build your ice character. Could be a Yangqing, your Herta, it depends on any ice DPS character you want to go for. So that way, when you use 40 energy, both drops are actually applicable and can be used for building your character. Instead of using 40 energy just for one character building, it is not efficient at all. This makes farming way more efficient and worth your energy, since every relic drop could be potentially used, unless RNG screws you over, which that's very common. Well, because you have just started farming relics, don't worry about min-maxing and just use any of the pieces that are decent, or at least that have good substats that you're trying to cater or build your unit to. Let's say for example, crit rate, crit damage, HP, speed, and many other substats. You don't need to upgrade them to max 15, just upgrade them to 9 or 12 provides you a good stat boost, at least to clear harder content. If those pieces aren't up to standard, they will eventually be replaced with ideal pieces, but again, there's no need for you to upgrade everything to plus 15 instantaneously, because it takes way too much resources, and by the time you get one pieces to plus 15, you can't even upgrade the other pieces properly as well. So trying to fish out the ideal relics as well as to upgrade them to plus 15 is really not worth it. Use them to upgrade other pieces to good levels, and then you will start seeing your character becoming way much stronger. If you want to use your fuels to recharge energy to farm for more, go ahead by all means, but I will never advise any F2P to recharge via Stellar Jade or even whales, because it is just not worth it. The game is just being out for about 2 weeks. I understand that there is a hype behind the game and you want to try to progress as much as you can. The game is fun, but because of how the energy system is being made, it feels as if like you are not playing enough. I say take a step back, slowly play the game. We are just so early. There's no need to complete the game in just 1 month or 2 weeks. This game is a marathon. Don't make it like a sprint. When you are TL40, you also finally unlock the synthesize for relics. You will need relics remains to synthesize them, where it's only obtainable via dismantling 5-star relics, and each dismantle gives you 10 relic remains. So every 10 dismantles gives you 1 5-star relic. And also you get to choose the pieces to create for, so that itself is already way better than Genshin. If you unlock level 40 in the battle pass, you will also get self-model resin, where you get to choose the main stats of the piece you are farming for. If you are F2P, I recommend holding on this until you have a really good unit you want to build for, maybe your waifu or husbando, but let's say if you want to use it now, you should always use it on these 3 pieces, the chest piece, the boots, and the planar. The reason is because chest pieces are the only piece that gives crit rate or crit damage as main stats, while boots is the only piece that gives speed main stats, while planar is the only speed that gives elemental damage boost. The other pieces I don't really recommend because they are more versatile in their main stats and get them, except for the head as well as the gloves, which is HP and attack respectively. So use them on these 3 pieces just to reduce the RNGness that you need to farm for the main stats and the substats that you're trying to get. But I would highly recommend that this is only something we should be using if and only if you have excessive 5-star relics to use on. I would not recommend this early on your relic farming grind, because any 5-star relic is already an upgrade to what we already have. So use this when you have a good excess of 5 stars. And all this can be used for higher TL or maybe equilibrium level, where the sequencing would be the same, whereby you will try to max your characters first, then followed by traces, then only start farming relics, because we want to focus on those permanent upgrades before moving on to those RNG reliant farming. I hope this video helps you one way or another. If you guys do enjoy the video, leave a thumb up, sub, and for more Honkai style videos. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.